Hello, welcome to another art stream. I'm gonna be just working on the comic tonight mainly. I thought I'd open on this just to show that, yeah, I'm gonna be doing this. I'm also gonna just, maybe if there's time, I'll work on my animatic. But I mainly wanted to just, I have so many pages that are like close to being done or like most of the way done, so I kind of want to just make some progress on that. And then I can worry about other stuff afterwards. So, yeah. Alright. I was gonna just do some quick warm ups first, though, just so I could, because no one's here yet anyway. So, yeah, do some quick drawings, and then yeah. Excuse me. Do, 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 do. Yeah, it's been an interesting. Lately, there's a lot of new shows, or at least a lot of new anime starting up right now. I waiting for Freerun to get the dub before I move over to that. I'm surprised. I thought it would be. I thought that it would do it all at once, but I guess not. So, oh, I'll wait. Maybe. I don't know. I heard it was really good, so I'm fighting the urge to watch it. Oops. Sorry, just trying to find the picture. Ooh, startup pictures. Um, I'm glad with some shows I've just waited because like it just sounds like a lot of them. There was a lot of hype for some of them, and then nothing really came through for it. So, cool. No. Sorry, I found something, but I thought I did anyway. These are pretty good. Okay. All right, this is a good start up. Oh wow, good for once. I'm not actually. I hate when I accident. Sometimes I pick the wrong color, and it's the same color as the background. So I think it's not working, but it's drawing the same color. So glad I didn't do that this time. It's too small. Sorry, I just got into concentration mode all of a sudden. um, yeah, there's. So I did start a few new shows, but I haven't watched enough to have an opinion on them yet. So. I'm excited for next month when a bunch of farming games are coming out. Like Star Sand. That demo, that yeah, I think it was the demo. Yeah, that was really good. Like the oops, that's why it's so quiet. I'm like, usually you have something in the background here. It's like, oh yeah, music, dude. Try this again. Oh, yeah. Okay. I do wonder if there's going to be any new like live action shows for me to be excited about this year. I am very curious for this Scrubs remake because I was a big fan of it back in the day, and I'm hoping it's at least fun. I mean, I'm not expecting it to be the best rating ever because I mean, even the original had its flaws, but it was fun at least. I just want to laugh at how dumb the jokes are, and just like that's really all I want. I don't care if it. I'm not expecting it to be like really great writing, but I just want to. Which we'll see. I think there's a possibility. I mean, I think Zach Braff can still be really funny, and there's like the rest of the cast, especially blanking on the name of the actress, but the one who plays Elliot, she's really funny. So, of course, my phone's trying to distract me again. Let's turn the bug with now. Huh. Oops. Yeah. Hmm. Started listening to ghost stories again at work just to, and I forgot that it was kind of fun. I mean, I'm not a huge believer in that kind of stuff, but it's fun to hear the story. The stories themselves are always very creative, so it's. Kind of like how creepypastas are kind of like modern folklore to a degree. So it's always fun to see like these new ideas versus the old, compared to the old. And some of them are good. Some of them are just goofy, but some of them are actually really fun or just really interesting. And yeah, and just I'm sure people. I can't remember if I announced this last week, but I'm cutting back on the amount of streams down to 3 a week now instead of 4. If I have to do more, I will. But I mean, I'm going to try not to do that every week. So I'll let you know if I have to cut down more. But some more projects have opened up outside of my stream, so I kind of want to be available for those. Hello and welcome to the art stream. I'm glad you can make it. Just doing some more warm-up so you didn't really miss anything yet. I like to just loosen up before I get into, especially working on the comic. I don't want to. I want to make sure I'm just nice and loose and gestural for when I get working on that. Don't want to be. I'll do one more and then I'll get into the comic. Sorry, 1 sec. Just find last pose. Just trying to find something other than ballerinas, but they do have the best poses usually. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll just finish with a ballerina. Yeah, like I said, they just have these. Ugh, ballet. I've been doing some work on the comic during my breaks, and made a little bit more progress, but I'm still kind of playing around with the city setting and working on some of the character designs, like a character design. So maybe I'll do that right after this. Try and come up, fix her up. There's a character I'm introduced, like a minor character that I'm introducing. I just want to clean up her look. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, I've made some. I'm continuing to make more progress on the VTuber model. I just started the arm rotation for the model, and then I just need to add in the physics for the arms, and then after that I can get to work on just cleaning things up, really, because like the hair needs a little bit more work, but not much. Like the hair's not actually. I mean, I think it's one of those things where I'm overthinking it with the hair. Is probably why it's taking took longer than I thought it would with it so far. Because it doesn't seem like there's, at least for basic hair, it seems like it's pretty simple, and then you can always add on to that later, and I will, but I just want the model to work. And after that I can, because I'm also trying to add in a third software, and for the lip sync, and oops, and that might take a little bit, but not too long. So, like I said, I'm still trying to aim for hopefully finishing it by the end of this month, because I'm making good progress so far. Okay, let's get to work. Let me just use this page, actually, because I'm working on this, like, a couple of new characters, but thought I'd look up some reference of some, because it's this older woman, so I thought it'd be nice to find some just, this is kind of nice, I like this. I might actually do something more. I'll try this, actually, because I was going to make her, well, maybe I can still make her a little bit rounder shape. I thought this was from Secret of Arrietty for a second, but it's not. It's like the beginning of it sounded just like that, kind of. Like the warm up for it, but just give her big. Yeah, maybe I'll give her some big glasses. Is this? Hang on. Okay, no, it's something different. It sounds so much like it. I was just like, is it? Am I crazy? Like, because it's missing a bit of the tempo, but it sounds a lot like it. This is gonna be like a shopkeep character, so I'm kind of just Doesn't need to be like super. It can be a little bit more complex in design because she's only on a few panels, but I still want her to. It's a bit of a memorable design, kind of. Maybe not the hair bun. And maybe give her a more fun, play around with like the giving her a bigger nose. She's just a character that shows up once. It's kind of more fun to play around with stuff like that. Maybe she's gonna. Just playing around, having some fun. Give her like a stylish kind of like witch's hat. I'll carve away at it. She still looks wrong, but I can fix it. I can fix it. Yeah. Try without the glasses. We'll see if I like that better. Kinda do. Yeah, maybe just I don't like the shape a little bit. I kind of want to give her a little bit longer, but still. Just fixing a small little issue that with because earlier in the story when I was writing the story, I was gonna be like, oh, Richard just always makes sure to have money on him, but it makes more sense that that part of what he did for what he's gonna do in the next in the city is while he's gathering intel, he still wants June's help a little bit, but he's like, why don't you go like sell some of the stuff we make as antiques, because it's very rare for this kind of stuff out here because everything's all magical here. There's not. It's kind of hard to find like handcrafted things anymore because everything's made but with magic, and that can affect its durability. So like, she's just bouncing around the town in different shops and trying not to look suspicious because she doesn't want to like. Obviously, you don't want to like look like a visitor with a lot of valuable goods. So she's kind of like going in thrift stores and stuff, and in like other places, and just using the little money that they get for these exchanges to get like gear and some new clothes to look less suspicious, like matching the current society a little bit more. She actually does have a little pixie as that works with her. Let's look at some different clothes too. That's a problem with this one. I think I am going to get rid of the glasses because it's not helping the design, and it's kind of hurting. Like, I can still keep her pear shape, a little body, but I just don't have to be as pear shaped. It can be just kind of like fat. I don't like this hair either, actually. Well, I mean, I do, but I just don't like as much. Figured it'd be kind of cool to make her pauldrons look like you know what, roses would be cooler. Yeah, like a rose kind of like pattern etched into the metal for these like it's like very thin, like just like kind of like a decoration on top of, or it could even just be like woven like a pattern into the cape. And then maybe kind of like in Skyrim, she has kind of the end of her staff comes to a rose. Kind of like that one Daedric item you get. Someone kind of pointed something a criticism out for Star Trek recently that kind of is making me careful with my story as well, where it's like there's people with like apparently in the new show there's people with glasses, and it's like, so you guys can hop between galaxies but you can't fix vision, and it's like, wait, yeah, even in the old shows they already had fixed vision, so why are there people wearing glasses? And I mean, I guess you could just say aesthetic, but I mean, if it's gonna be aesthetic, they should at least look better. Because in the show, the ones that they show are pretty basic. Like if they were highly ornate or something, that would be cool. But and that might be something I do in this, like kind of like with Grimnir. He probably doesn't need to wear the monocle, but he is very stubborn with the kind of magic he likes to use. So like he probably could just get some magic to enhance his vision, but he likes to use it as like or maybe even like I can make it so with him that lets him see, he sees like invisible people with that monocle, so it's his way of being sure he's never snuck up on. Because Clay's done that to him a bunch of times. Might be too much work for a character. Well, then again, like I said, she's behind a counter too, so even if you do see some of this stuff, but yeah, I guess a lot of people are angry at that show. Part of me wishes I cared more about that stuff, but part of me is glad at the same time that I'm not, because like I never really got into Star Trek, honestly. It's funny that I like Lower Decks as much as I do because of that fact. Like I find that show really funny, but just because the humor in it just works for me. I know a lot of its references, but I just never really went back to look at a lot of it. Like when the original Star Trek came back to Netflix, I watched a little bit of it, but I didn't watch very much. And it was good. I think the original is probably like some of the best, probably, from that series. And then I hear that Deep Space is really good, but I already watched One Piece and I can't get into another like big show. Like I hear I mean it's kind of long. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I do like the little bit of more roundness in the face and everything. Maybe I'm giving her too much of a chin. That's kind of, yeah, maybe something kind of like that, where she's got this like around her figure, and just kind of like. I think it's some. Trying to just play around and have some fun with this. This is something that Disney used to be really good at too, was the character design for people, just like random like support characters. Like the fairy godmother had a good design, I think. Like very, she fit in perfectly to the story, but she also is like timeless kind of at the same time. So like. Give me some like. Oops. That's too basic. It's too simple. Nah, I'm drawing with the eraser. I shouldn't do that. That's better. Yeah, something like that kind of. I kind of like the like. She's gonna have like pastel kind of color scheme to her, I think, and just be very. I might hunch her over a little bit more though, so she's kind of more like. Let's try some different hairstyles too. Maybe like a bit more flourishy, kind of like curly, short hair. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, just playing around with some fun. Okay, let's try something different too. Well, this one's kind of cool. I might try this one just for fun to see how this looks with this character shape. Kind of like give her a bit more of a round. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Kind of like a hairstyle, like. Kind of like this almost, where it's kind of like this, like elderly entrepreneur, kind of like very discerning eye. Do. Maybe cut back a little bit on the roundness, just to see. Because even this one, she's just. See, this looks more like I'm in. Yeah, I don't like that. That's, well, I'm not gonna erase it, but I don't like it because that's too close to the matriarch kind of with That looks like a hairstyle that she would have. She's that giantess that rides the bird. That looks more too much like her. I kind of like playing more around with like these round shapes and kind of just like. Kind of like this almost with the curls, kind of fun. I don't know, playing around with it. Let's see. Could always go for a. I'd say I could go for like a Maggie Smith kind of look, but I think this character is not. That's not the right person for this character. This is kind of more of a like. Kind of just warm, kind of cozy homebody kind of character. That's just like, or comes across that, but then like the minute she gets kind of suspicious, she kind of like can switch like in an instant to being a little bit more like harsh. So maybe more like. Certain. I should save him in my webcomic ref. Oh, what's his name? Yeah, Sam Elliott. I need to save him for Richard. Like he's got a really good mustache for referencing for drawing some of the more like crazy poses. There's a couple different actors who have really and that are really expressive, that are, like older ones that are would be really good for Richard. Maybe that's something I'll do sometime too. Like I'll just do an expressions day or something, like, where I just play around my characters using my favorite moments from movies. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, get back to work. I'm gonna look something up for a second. Hey, is that hers? That can't be. No, that's not who it is. Maybe it is. I thought that was. Why am I blanking on her right now? Is it really? Huh. Is this really her? Huh. I could have sworn that was someone else. I'm trying to remember who played Miracle Max's wife in Princess Bride, because I was thinking about doing a look like that kind of, but I'm blanking on it right now. Oh, it is. Okay, yeah, Carol Kane. Okay, yeah, she did. Where she kind of like, that's very exaggerated. That's kind of like this, but then it's like crazy, like wavy hair. Like, whoa. So it's an option. Maybe. I was just curious. Like, those two were really funny. I love that part. Lawyer! Hoppity, hoppity, hoppity. Cool. I'm glad I figured that out. that would have bothered me. I mean, it probably doesn't matter too much, so I shouldn't. See, that looks too much. I can't use that hairstyle. I'm thinking about something doing, yeah, definitely something longer because since she's just a character that pops in and then is gone. Yeah, something kind of like this would be work too. Trick with drawing elderly is it's you don't want to put too many lines because then it's too exaggerated and you lose the form. Like I always thought Studio Ghibli did a great job at like controlling when they wanted to exaggerate they would, like with like Yababa, like she's very exaggerated but like that's the point. Like it's just like she got that giant head, so of course all of her facial features will be like pushed to the limit. Yeah, I was thinking something maybe like the closer to this, where she's kind of just maybe even her hair's down though. Maybe it's. I don't like that hair though. I like. I think I might go with this one actually. Like that one looks the best. I'm gonna go with this. Probably because it's the most like refined, but and it's interesting enough on its in itself that like I don't think I need to. Like I didn't spend too much time on it, but I spent enough where I think it looks good. I'm glad yeah, I like it. I'll be right back. I just need to get some water. Need to get some water. Yeah, big thing in the story right now is that a lot of the the world in this has recovered from the invasion, and like magic's starting to replace technology, but it's doing the same thing kind of, but like just more efficiently. So I always thought that was kind of weird that like in like certain things they'll have, and I know it's because like it wasn't the point of the story, or maybe like when it was transferred to like visual, like a movie, it's hard to portray some of the things like, well, like in Harry Potter they have magazines with like moving pictures, but like they have to like write with a quill and ink for some reason, and I'm like, that seems like the slowest way possible to write when you're in a classroom where you're supposed to be writing fast. If there was a calligraphy class, I would get it, but for every day, I'm like, that's kind of mean. Just making a kid pick up a feather and write with it, that seems like they're already like 10%. They're already not really used to focusing like that, and then you put them in a situation with a faulty writing tool, and it's like, well, they're gonna just cover themselves in ink. Because because it's messy. I did that stuff. It's and like I still remember, like, I think that's where my handwriting started to downgrade, was in college, because of like how fast I had to write. Like I'm only like more recently trying to improve it again, because I noticed I kind of want to try and make my own font for my comic eventually. So this is pretty good. Let's work on see if I can find the pages. Okay, yeah, let's work on this. This was a page I was working on last time, and I got to here, so I can work on this. I think I have this, and then I have this. No, that's before. Yeah, it's another one. Oh, that's my working on my channel art. Sorry, 1 second. Let's see. Where's the other one? Did I not save it? Oh no, here it is. Oh, this is them. Yeah, this is the This is closer where my current part is, where they're. Yeah, I'll clean this up a little bit more too. So we'll work. I have a couple things to do. Yeah. How are we doing time? Not bad. She's been practicing, and he went off to talk to Cole. So. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. How many times can I draw one line? Let's find out. Now I'm trying to erase it, apparently. I can always push it up a little bit. Sorry, it's just taking me longer to do these cleanups. I'll definitely have to do some speed paints for some of these. Maybe I'll make them for people who are subscribed to the to either, well, right now mainly the Twitch, or maybe through if anyone joins through here too. But maybe like I figure out a way how to do that where like you could see, I'll make them like private, but only for. But if you are subscribed, you can find them. Because that'd be kind of cool. Like just like maybe even like do a commentary of what I was thinking when I was working on each one. I hate when the brushes do this. Why do they do this? I hate when they do this. Brushes, why do you do this to me? I hate when you do this. Why are you doing these? There we go. Why is it? I don't. That is so strange that it does that. I don't know why it does that. Very, very weird. I'm gonna change the direction she's going because he's the only exit, so I don't know why she'd be going that way. They're in the. He's back from talking to Cole, and he's noticed that she's got some. She's regained some of her confidence, so he's like, "Let's go. Let me show me what you've learned." It's like, it sounds like it's good to see you feeling better, but I want to see what you've learned. Gotta remember to keep her slender, more thin. Her design. He's the muscle. Trying to at least get the line work done for this page because I did get a lot. Wait, I got the yeah, we did get a lot done for this. Like that's a lot of work. So I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did get her cleaned up a lot. Guys, it's fading fast. Gotta hurry. I'll try and get some, like, a few of these cleaned up, and then I'll call it probably. I think the head's too big. It looks good. I just need to shrink it down, which is perfect because I need it smaller anyway because it's going out the panel. Yeah, it's better. like this is kind of more of a brush, I guess. Kind of effect to it that's kind of cool. I might switch to something else though, because this is, yeah. Let's get her with something with Thanks everyone for sticking around and watching this with me. I know it's not my usual talkative self tonight, but 'cause doing these are. Cause the problem with I love drawing these, but the main problem is it just takes a lot more concentration, and it's hard to talk and concentrate. Still a little messy, but at least I got a layer of, like, I refined a few things. And I got that character worked out, so I can work on that tomorrow and move forward with the story. So that's pretty good. I got the majority of it done. Or like cleaned up at least, like the line work itself. I think even her pose looks better, and yeah, I think this page looks way better than before. Oh, the hands are not good, but that's okay. This is why it's good to sometimes zoom out a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, thanks for everyone for dropping it by, and I hope this was fun to watch. I I know it's not my usual like drawing. I will get back to drawing creatures for the Creature Neri, and maybe I'll do I don't know. There's so much to do. It's hard to say, but I'll be back again on Friday. So yeah. Hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your week, and